What up, YouTube? Today marks day number 33 of the $1,000 account challenge, and today we are up 5.15% of the total portfolio balance, or $116. We took 3 trades, 2 of them being winning trades, 1 of them being a washout trade. We traded live with the team, so there are no text alerts to show you. However, I can show you the watch list and the exact entries and exits that I took. Number 1 off the watch list was Meta, long idea above $460. Now, Meta on the 5-day, 5-minute time frame has been pulling back, forming lower highs, but holding this gap area as a point of support since the earnings report. So on the daily time frame, it almost looks like a little bit of a bull flag pattern if you were to include this stem or a bull pennant pattern, whatever you want to call it. Either way, support has been holding. So going into today, what I was looking for is a break of this lower high here for Meta to put in higher highs and a move topside. Now we get that move shortly after the open, literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes into the market open. Meta makes that move up and then starts the pullback. Now this is a one super fast wick candle that actually did not pull back that far. It's kind of a glitch candle, if you will. Otherwise, I would have looked to take that entry. I'm always looking for the dip pull back to 460, right? But I knew that Meta had this power and I didn't want to miss out on this move. So what I did on Meta was take an initial entry long here on the first red candle that was offered, other than this one past the first 5 minutes, to just get some skin in the game. And my plan was that if Meta continued to pull back towards 460, I was going to add into the position as we got those lower lows. Now, like I said, this one wick that we see right here was a super fast wick. I think it was just a glitch candle because I didn't see the contracts dip that much. I was looking to add in on Meta. Unfortunately, we just never got the dip down far enough for me to do anything about my cost basis here. So I wound up not adding into the trade. We get the pop move up into the high of day, higher volume here, and I wound up securing my profits into the high of day for 20%. Now, I would have planned to scale out of this trade, but I was sized down because I was planning to scale in. So I didn't really have room or too much room to scale out. So I made the decision at this point to just take all my profits off the table at 20% and then look to take another position as we dip back down further. Now, what I was looking for was this old point of resistance here to validate as new support over here. I was maybe being a bit greedy, looking for that exact retest of 464 so I could place a stop at 463, or even a dip down to 463 so I could place a stop at 462. We just never got it. 2 red candles and the stock took off, and the rest is history. So it just continued to run and run and run. I wasn't going to chase the move once it got up to this price point, and we let it be. So we did capture 20% off of Meta to start the day. Then we went in on our next trade, which was PLTR. Straight off the day trade watch list, PLTR was a long idea above $22. So here we get the break of 22 and then the run up into the high of day. Now, all of this does enter into a phase of consolidation. I'm watching this consolidation for a dip so I can get an entry down close to 22, and we don't get it initially. The stock breaks out into the high of day. So I considered market buying. But then I said, wait a minute, this could be a fake breakout to the top side. Let's see what happens. Sure enough, it exactly was. We get a sell-off down towards the lower side of this range and then a dip further. And I said, this could actually be a fake out top side and then a fake out back to the bottom side. And then it rips right back up into the high of day. And that's exactly what happened. I'm not kidding you. I was trading this live in real time with the team and walking everybody through this minute by minute, literally as it was happening. So we get the move up. I said, hold up, let's not market buy. We're thinking about it, but let's not do it. Could be a fake out. We get the fake out. And I said, you know what? This could be a fake out bottom side. Let's go long off this dip. Stop loss at 22. It's worth the risk. We take our entry here. We get the move up to the high of day, and we're up again 20% on this trade. Now, this one I scaled down on as well because I was thinking maybe this could actually be a real sell-off, and I don't want to take on a lot of risk if this is going to continue to sell off. So I entered with, again, just that smaller position sizing and didn't really, by the time we hit 20%, I really didn't have the amount of capital in the trade to be able to scale out like I wanted to. So I just secured it when it was offered, 20% up to the high of day. and that was it. That's all that I needed there. Unfortunately, like Meta, this thing went rippy mode, and we missed out on a whole bunch of profits topside, but that is okay. 20% is 20%, and nobody ever went broke taking profits. Our third trade was on AMD. Now, AMD actually was only a short idea below 167 today. However, what I noticed was we had all of this opening price action being pressed under the resistance at $170. And so I was like, you know what? Let's get let's see what this does here. Holding the PDC, we get a pop move up above the 170 level. And I'm thinking, even though we only have a short trigger set, this price action is pretty clean. Solid break, solid candle, higher volume. We're liking this move. So the idea was to go long on a dip entry, which we get here. We get the move up into the high of day. I think we're up like 10 or 12%. I'm looking for that 20%. We don't get it. And at this point, what I'm needing is I'm needing AMD to continue this trend line up. When it doesn't continue that trend line up, it turns right back around. I close the position out for break even. So this is a wash trade. I guess technically a loss because I'm paying commissions, but I didn't lose any actual money on the trade. I closed it out exactly where I entered at. And it looks like I made the wrong decision because about 5 minutes later, the stock runs way up into the high of day on this quick pop-up higher volume candle. So missed opportunity on AMD. I probably should have just respected my original stop on this trade. That would have kept me in. That would have allowed me to capture more profits here to the top side. But getting out on a wash trade here is okay as well because we're already green on the day from the prior two trades. So that is it. Those are my three trades for the day, putting us up $116 on the day. Could have been more profits, but like I said, I was scaled down on those two trades for the reasons that I mentioned. So I hope the videos helped you out. Press that like button for me if you haven't done so already, and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. It's just the best way to support me and this type of work that I do, and it's free to do. Thank you so much for your time. I will see you tomorrow when we continue the $1,000 account challenge. Cheers.